Hi everybody, it's me, Susanna. We're going 1971 mode today. Back to like the century or when I was born. Oh my gosh. I was born in 1975. Before VCRs and probably color TV, I'm not even sure. At any rate, today, let's talk about today. Today I had an awesome day. I finally got a little sleep after staying up extremely late with my grandmother, who is 24-hour daycare. God bless her. We sing Christmas songs at 3:30 in the morning. That was pretty cool. She unfortunately has Alzheimer's, and she's the first important woman that I've ever had in my life. Her name is Maximina. We call her Mina. And my daughter Mina was actually named after my grandma, Maximina. My grandmother was my first woman of strength. Took care of her family every day, did the dishes, the laundry, dealt with the grandchildren, because I, with my brother and sister, stayed with her for quite a while. I don't know when we were younger, much younger. Before, wow, she had to have been like in her 60s, and I always said that if I ever had to, I would take care of my grandma. And so, taking care of grandma. She broke her hip like 4 years ago, sadly in Puerto Rico, and I found out about it 2 months after the fact. So this is where you can see where family's kind of bogus, okay? Nobody wanted to tell me, because being as my poor mother, wait, picture of my mommy, always by my bed. That's my mama. She passed away after my sister. Oh, hold on. Picture my sister. That's Linda, if you can see her. There's my sister. So because both of them passed away before my grandmother, I am the next in line. I'm the eldest, next of kin, and nobody wanted to tell me anything. So grandma stays with me and my children in my house, and take care of her all day and all night. I have a wonderful homemaker who's a godsend, who helps me in the daytime while I do all my running around for appointments after appointments and errands and typical mom stuff. This week was chaotic with extra paperwork for counselors and registration, first cross-country meets and practices like 6 days a week. Wow. And we're painting now too. And got to spend a lot of quality time with my awesome niece, and try to take our mind off of court. Court is in now. Today's the 16th. 11 more days. Dear God. I gotta tell you, I am not looking forward to court. Court against your 18-year-old daughter that you waited 10 years to see. It's gonna suck. And the worst part is that it's like as bad as them calling DCFS, really. I mean, I had like a bazillion hotline calls, and I was reading something today where, somebody was like suing the state because they got like over 30 hotline calls or something on them, and that was me when I was part of Lutheran Child and Family Services. They get pissed off, they call the hotline. See, when you get enough hotline calls and you get enough workers, okay, you get to know them and you get to kind of learn how to sneak a peek at the paper. And yeah, even the supervisor of the agency was bogus enough to call the hotline on me. I had a hotline call called on me, okay, and I had just gotten home from a 14-day stay at the hospital where I had my thyroid taken out. See, the scar still there. I almost died, and I'm like, wow, really? I mean, I'm gonna have time to have my son beat up and sexually assaulted and what? For the whole time I was in the hospital? And, I didn't tell the agency that I was in the hospital because to me, whatever was my business was my business. Bad enough they were always up in my business. And so the nice, kind couple that took care of my son was able to corroborate, of course, the story because they have like 3 kids of their own and had my kid 24 hours a day for 2 weeks. God bless them for doing that for me. And I had ripped the gauze off of my throat and said, look, and actually my throat sort of kind of opened. It was really gross because I had stitches that just broke apart. So they got to see my throat, and I'm like, does this look like somebody that has time for this crap? I mean, I went off. By the way, so everybody knows, if you should ever get a person to your door from the state, they are technically not allowed to come in your house without your permission. But do know that if you don't give them permission, they come back with the cops, and they will do everything they can to scare you and force you to allow them in your house, because that's just one of their like protocols. So I figured that while I'm blogging, I will, as I remember these things that will be helpful to other mothers who are probably going through these dreadful moments, these are things you should know. And well, what else? Journal everything. Every call to every worker, to every doctor, to everybody, write it down. Because a judge is gonna look at that, okay, when their agency's like, I don't know. And they try to make the parents look stupid. So, knowledge is awesome power when you're going through a tough time with DCFS, I have to tell you. Now, the question is, what the heck am I supposed to do? I'm no longer part of DCFS, and so now it's hey, let's take her to court, order protection court. Because my daughter's 18 now, I'm sure that she got coerced into writing out that nice long 8-page order of protection. And I gotta tell you, I'm really disturbed about this, and this is a whole new ballgame for me because, first it was against the adoptive parents because I made a celebration of webpage to remember them by. Well, they promised an open adoption. I promised my daughter I would think of her every single day and I would write to her all the time. This was my way to keep that promise and to go ahead and do something good for my son, Christian. He knew his sisters up until like 6 years old. So, they don't just forget that they have a sister. And I mean, Gaby only got to meet Mina once or twice, but he was an infant. And, so I mean, it's just he knows he has a sister and he talks about how much he loves her and everything. And people, I don't know, everybody has something negative to say no matter what the heck you do. So I'm at the point where I'm basically going to say, kiss my butt. I'm sick of this crap. Life is way too freaking short for everybody to stalk me. I mean, I literally had a couple that actually made pages on YouTube, time out of their life with 5 other children, okay, to write really asinine, ignorant things about me on YouTube. And I'm like, you know what? What makes them special? What makes them God? Now I'm scum, I'm a bitch, I'm a this, I'm a that, and you know what? I'm tired of it. And I took this kind of crap from my husband's mother, and I had just really, truly apologized sincerely about 2 weeks ago, thinking that I was too harsh on her, but when I found out that this order of protection paperwork had her all over it too, I was like, no, you know what? She is no longer allowed near my children. I mean, I'm willing to allow them to choose whether or not they want a relationship with her, but they're going to have to be like 18. Because I just can't do this no more. I mean, she traumatized my sons. My daughters, think that we're a bunch of psychopaths who are going to go around and kill them or something. Not quite sure because I have not seen the letter that was sent to the pastor by my mother-in-law, who now will have the nickname, I'm sorry to say it, Monster-in-law like the Jennifer Lopez movie, huh? And actually, that's putting it nicely. That's the nicest way I could come up with it. And I'm not going to apologize for that because considering that she wrote a nasty letter that is throwing my ass in order protection court again, I don't have a nice name or anything nice to say about it. It sucks. And if anybody knows what we have been through, she sure does, because she's been around from the beginning. And last time we went to order protection court, okay, she was so against them doing this to us, and now it's, oh, well, when the time passes in 2 years, okay, maybe your daughters will come and talk to you. Well, hello? You make us sound like a bunch of psychopaths murdering whatever, okay, and I don't see that happening. This whole mess has been based on other people's thoughts, opinions, lies, bogus jealousy, and their insanities, and it's kind of gotten old, and now, sadly, it's going to be wasting time for the courts, because, unfortunately, I'm going to have to drag this one out. I'm going to have to get an attorney, and I'm going to have to be strong, and say enough is enough. My sons don't want to deal with this no more. I don't want to deal with this no more, and I'm tired of trying to eliminate toxins from my life. So this is me today, and all day I thought about my Mina beans. I'm like, wow, I was at the store and there was little horsey carousel stickers, and all I could think about how much she loved horses and carousels back when she was little, when she actually used to see us a lot. And, how many unicorns and toys that I got over the years to save for her from birthdays and whatnot. They weren't sent back to us, of course, or thrown in the adoptive mother's driveway because she went psycho-ballistic one day. But anyways, so these are the random thoughts of my day. And yes, this is my blog time, so for all of you that said, hey, do you have nothing better to do with your life? Don't you have kids? Yeah. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning cleaning and taking care of my grandmother and, looking out for my kids and making sure everybody was okay. And, well, they say that every mom should have their own quiet time, private time, and so this is how I'm going to spend my time. Blogging, and saying, hey, I'm just a tired mom. I mean, right now, I would give anything for somebody to offer me, like, a maid, a fill-in, a clone, to take off some of the load of stress that I've been going through. But, the adoptive parents and my mother-in-law have time to think that I'm just some evil psycho bitch, okay, who's just gonna go murder my kids and stuff them in garbage bags was one of the things I heard, and that would have been when they were 9 and 6. Come on, people! I mean, what century are we in that people think that these things can even happen? I mean, well, I guess they could happen, but really? I mean, I'm quite sure that would have been all over the news. Kind of like when the kid that got kidnapped from McDonald's, okay, in the hometown where my kids are, yeah, from a visit from the same people that had my girls. And, I'm not using any names, but any of you that could Google it up through the, NBCnews.com, kid kidnapped by adopted parents, biological mother during a McDonald's visit. It's public record, so hey, there you go. And nobody's perfect, so why in the world do these people who have, 6 kids, 2 of them being mine, have time to keep making my life miserable? So I'm gonna say, sorry, no more. This time, it's done. I don't want this no more. Okay, find something better to do. But I want for my children to know, okay, that I am not the person that's going to sit there, okay, and kidnap them. I'm too tired. I don't have enough time for this. I mean, really? Do I look like Dexter or whatever? If I'm going to do something, I want to be the next Howard Stern, the next person that causes so much controversy over things to talk about on the radio. And I think I'm on my way there because without even trying, people are just so vicious. Ugh. So this is my spiel for the day. I am going to spend the rest of the day just kind of trying to rest a little and relax, kind of like a cat nap, because I'm going to have to take care of my grandmother again in a little while, and I'm going to have to do all that cleaning and cooking and mom stuff, tucking kids in, and encouraging the high schooler to actually drink plenty of water from all that cross-country running, and that's my life in a nutshell. I'm no longer the 18-year-old girl that can be bullied. I'm just a mom who's kind of tired. Okay, I'm a mom who takes care of her sons that live with her, and I'm the biological mother of 2 beautiful girls out there in the world. And, I'm an adoptive aunt to so many, and whatever. I don't care what people think anymore. This is just me saying, hey, I'm me. And I'm not going to do everything for you to make you happy, which is so many people at this point, okay? What makes you better than me? I think that is the question that ought to be asked of the day. What makes anybody else think that they're better than you? Okay, put yourself first. Find time in those busy mom days to say, hey, what makes me happy? Should I journal? Should I jog? Should I take a hot bath with Calgon? Take me away? I used to love that one. Do something for you, because you are important, and all the stresses, they'll still be there in the end, but you know what? If you don't take care of you first, then how are you going to take care of anybody else, right? So, this is it. So long, good night. Smooches to my new people.